you reckon I should do then? Drop her a line or just pop round with a decent packet of biscuits? We'll spit it out.
So now you're incompetent as well as a liar.
This man who you're great mate with, thief and extorter, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a murderer.
Same old Peggy, innit? Everyone else's fault.
You invited him in for coffee.
Same old Peggy, innit? Same old Peggy, innit?
No one cares what you think.
Same old Peggy, innit?
We'll spit it out.
Between you and me and the gatepost, she's quite keen on him, but you know her, she won't let on.
I feel like a film star. I'd like to see that film, though.
I made a mistake on a cake, and you half kill me.
And when you've done that, you can empty the bins and clean out the sink. It's £4.50 you've made, mate.
For coffee.
It's £4.50 you've made, mate.
No one cares what you think.
Yo, John, check your inbox. We just send our link. Follow it and go suck your mother.
Save the face and use the waist. Don't tell me how the pump taste. Yeah. Save the face. It will all the sperm count. Have you stiff like a chair foot. You say them can't keep all party on it. How are they, man? Pump chain tire. And then get knocked backers without crackers.
I don't want nobody
Yeah, like
fucking with me in these streets, young children. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets.
to the levels of what Esau's done. You're upsetting me. Esau, on the other hand, you're terrified of, aren't you? You are terrified of Esau. On that note, big up in the super chat. Another 19.99 from Arafina. But we are family. Hey, 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 hey. Hogshead Trolls. Oh, wait, let me think that through. We are family. Hey, 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 hey. We've got all the Hogshead Trolls with me. No, that doesn't fit. We are family. Hey, 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 hey. I've got Hogshead Trolls all with me. No, one more time. We are family. Hey, 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 yeah. I've got all Hogshead. No. I've got Hogshead Trolls. I've got all Hogshead Trolls with me. I've got all Hogshead Trolls with me. That works. We
Who are these 20 special
There's
children?
Millie. She's a brown girl.
Millie who?
Millie Cowell.
Millie Cowell?
Yes.
Okay. So how do you know she's one of the 20 special children?
Because I know, because she comes and they do sex to her. Mostly.
Who's they? Who's they?
The teachers, the parents, the staff.
Every single teacher or specific teachers?
No, every single. The whole school does it. The whole school, and we got our own church too. So because they do that. Because after, as I said, we kill babies, we drink their blood, we eat them. But then after so the social services who are in it, they go to families or.
Who are these 20 special children?
There's Millie, she's a brown girl.
Millie.
Ooh, dirty thing. That's me. Come through the beat up on all of them galley. Come on, your head. You mean, come on, shop in this bitch. Yo, they are the best like Spracker. One bag of weed, a mama from. One bag of girl like shopper. Lord, one bag of girl like a dagger. Lord, the girl with the hammer. Lord, the girl for the mama. Lord, the girl ball out judge. Come on, yo, walk on, you say, man. Yeah, man, we there. I mean, we got the people them in the place that the light but share the stream, move that, all that. Yeah, man, let me run through the register real quick, man. Pass 2 jokes and then we can get serious. You hear me? All right, so shout out Lady D in the building, you know. All go Lady D. There you are. I hear me. Outside Afghan, man. There you are. All go Afghan. Afghanistan in the building. I hear me. Jeez, outside Simon Harrison. My AG. You all go. Come on. Outside Robert Dub. OG, you know. Come on, brother. There you are. I hear me. Outside man like Jordan, you know. Smoller. You hear me? All go. Papa Cup. There you are. Come on. They don't want to see my black face in the rave. They don't want to hear me. They don't want to get my black face in the rave. Trust me, they just want to put my black face in the grave. Man, he said, shout out all the black faces. Yeah, all the black faces. But, oh my days. Yeah, man. Oh, shit. Man. Oh, my diddy. Yeah, man. It's a shout out Danny West in the building. Oi. Come on. Shopping. Oi. Who's that, John? Oi, what? What you saying? Just me. Yeah, man. They get them after them, man. Lord. Yeah, man. You saying. It's hard to dispel the myths, man. Yeah. Man, trust me. Man, they can't see my black face, but they can't see my heart. You hear me? On the man and evil as starts. You hear me? How you mean? Man, they can see my black face, but we can't see them heart. On the man and evil as starts. Yeah? Hey, it's that time, you know. I got no place for days, fam. How you? Trust me. Hey, all right, let me shout out everyone else. She invite chicken out. They got them in him heart. How you mean? Yeah, all right, register done, yeah? Yeah, man, say less. Say less, man. But yeah, come on, we got Lady D, man. Hey, walk on, Lady D. He said, hey, don't tell me it's done that shit. I can't hear again. Have mercy. I don't know why he does that, you know. All right. Let me restart my side, yeah? One sec.
You can't hear me.
Oh my God.
Morning chat, link you up. Big up yourself, Shivites. Come on, Danny West, Jordan M's in the house. Yo, you lot early, Papa Cock. Come on, big up yourself, Simon Harris. Let's Afghan is already up in the chat. Come on. Big up. Get ready, Samson.
Yeah, big up.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, you know, still. I know sometimes it does it, but sometimes when the first person jumps on, you can hear it straight away. So I don't know what it is, man.
So it's the first one. Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It's like mad. So And then if the person's mic's messing up, I won't even know because I think it's on my side. But, all right, yo. So yeah, man, we're gonna dispel the myth of two-tier policing today. Yeah. Oh, there is actually two-tier policing. Yeah, and there is people that are mistreated by the local authorities, government in most of the areas and sectors that govern our life, like school, education, employment, policing, housing. Yeah. There is a set of people that do actually face a lower tier or two-tier services in those scenarios. Yeah? But it's not who these people that keep bargaining about two-tier policing is the ones that are facing it, right? But we're going to dispel that myth today, yeah? Yeah, I don't want to hear no more two-tier policing. Yeah, and you just give one stupid example of one person getting nicked for something, like, and then one other person getting nicked for something which they should have got nicked for or whatever, and it seems like it was harsh, and just count that as two-tier policing. Like, to the dummies, that's okay, innit? Yeah. But to anyone that wants stats, facts, and figures, yeah, that's like, fuck, you just give me one scenario, and that's going to prove, yo, what's it called, yeah? Mad. All right, say less though, man. So, first of all, we're going to run some jokes though, innit? Yeah.
Wait, can't go no further, so I have to put a pause in your finger. I know you're on a roll right now. But we cannot continue until we make sure we acknowledge, come on now guys, let's all gather together. We acknowledge that Mr. King Charles himself put out there, these people are racist. Oh my God. Did you hear that, bro? Did you catch that? Mr. Charles, the so-called king of this country, put out there that these people are racist. I don't know. If these are my whispering guys, it's because we're not allowed to let Wendy know this, you know. Because you know she finds out, she's going to lose the plot. So this is on the dealer between me and you and I. Charles is condemning them far-right people, patriots or whatever they are, for king and country, whatever, and it's racist. Shh. You didn't hear from me. Go on, bro, go on. I tried to break that little news on the down low before Wendy finds out. I mean, like, Wendy's gonna go mad when she finds out that her own king called her racist. Oh my God.
Yo, listen, yeah? Someone sent me a clip of Brian Hill on what's it called? Jeremy Kyle. Yeah? So, oh my days. All right. Yo, man, so hold it a second. Hang on. I'll just on the roundabout. All right, yeah, so I'm doing it.
Pick cocaine over my kids. Yes, I do. That's the truth of it. Why is that? Because I have to cocaine with my kids at the moment. That's the bottom line, Jeremy. I'm ashamed to say it, but that is how it is. Right? I've come on this show to tell you the truth. What is the truth then, Mickey? I'm a cocaine head. I love cocaine more than I love my children at the moment, yeah? Okay? Absolute joke. I'm not proud of that.
Yo, hey. Yeah, man, take time, man. Hey. You definitely love your kids more than the coke cuz, yeah? Love it, fam. Oh, mate.
Oh my God, the first page of the why is Nico here? Nico, why is he here? Oh my God.
Loves it, man. He loves it. All right. So also, yeah, next up, Mohammed Hijab sent a message to the EDO about his passport, yeah? Yes, Mohammed Hijab sent a message to the Mohammed Hijab has been sending messages to the EDO about his passport and wanting to take away his passport and all that sort of stuff there, yeah? So let's listen to his message still.
Oh my God.
You can take this away from me. That's the challenge. Come and take it from me. Come and fight me for it. Stand it. If you're saying that you don't want me to be in your country, if that's the issue, deport him. Come and take it. Come and take it. And there's 5 million of these, by the way. There's 5 million. Imagine 5 million. I just want you to imagine 5 million passports for a second. Imagine 100 passports, then imagine 200. Imagine 1,000. Now imagine 10,000. Now imagine 5 million of these. You think they're all going to be private? Do you think is that a reasonable thing? Do you think you're going to achieve our objective? Okay, good. I would like to see. Because if that's your objective, you are going to fail. You see the passport?
Yeah, man. So, yo, can you hear me speaking all the time, yeah? Have I been on mute? I think I've been on mute for long.
Bro, they're going to say, oh, he needs to shut up, he's a this, that, and the other, whatever. People don't like him, and cool, calm. But he's making a valid point. You can't take back these 5 million passports. Forget him as a person, forget what you think about him. His point is, you cannot come and take it. If you really feel that strongly, take it. That's what he's saying.
Take it back. No, you're not get it back. I need to make a fucking mention that. I mean, you can't take it back. No, but that's because. Anyway, yeah, that's funny still. You know what? Yeah, someone else sent me another video of Mohammed Hijab that was actually kind of funny still. Yeah, where he said, what is it? It's more of a sin to be Christian than it is to be gay or something like that. That was bad.
Who said that?
But Mohammed Hijab.
Oh my God.
Mohammed Hijab, yeah, man. So he's a madman still. Hey, what God? The man from Afghanistan.
He's soldier in the house more than come on.
Hey, well, that's it. Let me sit down. I think we've got a couple more videos and then into the main one. Yeah.
Never get your country back. You never get your country back.
Hey, yeah, man, the black faces are going to be here forever, man. You know? Oh, mate. Where, man? The black faces are going to be here for a long time. Lord. Oh, my days. I can't believe it. Oh, shit. You are never. What? Oh, my days. Yeah, man. So. Oh, shit. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on.
That's a whole different story, Anthony. You can't do that. That's a whole different type of situation.
What's that?
He's reminding us about Shamima, innit? But that's a whole different ballgame. Her circumstances don't apply to the everyday British passport holder. Like, let's not do this.
Right. These times there, yeah. From the man didn't see what happened to Shamima, yeah. No one ain't trading no ISIS again. Look, yo. Trust me, they don't want to get Shamima. So, yeah. Yeah, all right, hold on. No, it was you. I had them all lined up and queued up, yeah. But because I had to re-jump on, I have to reload them up. To reload them up. Boom. We'll do this one then, 2-tier policing, yeah?
Welcome to the Voice of Reason with me, Andreas. Our favourite troublemaker is out there, still stirring up trouble and causing problems. We're of course talking about Stephen Yaxley Lennon. He has just done an interview with Israeli news channel, Channel 13. Yes, you heard that right. Go and see it for yourselves because he just came out this morning. I've taken the liberty of taking a direct quote from said interview because I was flabbergasted with the insanity and the misinformation that this man is spreading. So, let's go with the quote first, shall we? Direct quote from Stephen Yaxley Lennon. We have had jihad attacks every year for 15 years. What we have seen since October 7th is takeover of our capital city every single week by pro-Hamas and pro-jihadi groups who are encouraging hatred on our streets. Our problem has been they've been unchallenged by the police. Right. Okay, so let's dissect this a little bit, shall we? So there's been jihadi attacks every year for 15 years. So if my math's not wrong, that means since 2009 we've had major attacks and assaults since 2009 every single year under the extremist idea. Right. I think we all know that that isn't true. Second of all, encouraging hatred on the streets by calling for a ceasefire and calling for peace and to end the sale of arms to Israel in their economic situation. Right. I think Stephen's a bit confused with the actual terminology of what hatred actually means. Now, he says that the police, he also said that they go unchallenged by the police. Let's also look into that, shall we? So, from The Guardian, which is a very reputable news source in the United Kingdom. And on February 17th, 2024, between 200 to 250,000 people turned up for a pro-Palestine protest in London. Out of 250,000 possibly people, 12 were arrested. Right? On March 30th, 2024, 200,000 people attended the protest. 4 arrested. Right, see where I'm going with this? Now, they also had an article further on which said a total of 36 people have been arrested out of marches of well into the million. Right, so well into the millions, 36 people arrested. Even though Stephen Yaxley Lennon and Suella Braverman are calling this peaceful protest, vastly peaceful protest, hatred and evil. And this is like this shouldn't be happening. Right, okay. Let's compare this to what's gone on in the last few days in this country alone, where over 400 people have been arrested. That's...
Oh, now your connection, bro. Oh, shit. His connection's gone, guys. Give him a sec. Oh, man. He might have to pull it up as well a little bit.
Funny. The Caucasian gangs that are going around our police force robbing... Stephen Yaxley Lennon has been telling misinformation yet again. And I have to say yes Stephen Yaxley Lennon has been peddling misinformation yet again. And I have to say yes again because he peddled misinformation beforehand. And look at what's happened now. He is still actively encouraging people to protest as it stands here. That's because the man is too scared to come back into the UK without protection. Which this is, like, that is what it is. Do not get it twisted. How can you go calling a vastly, majoritively peaceful protest hatred, calling for a ceasefire, calling for peace? Someone's calling for peace, and you can label that hatred. Yet these people who are attacking the country, attacking innocent people, hurting dogs, horses, businesses, cars, you name it, and that isn't hatred? Good Lord, the Oxford English Dictionary got its work out for it this year. The double standards of certain politicians and certain figureheads are disgusting. And anyone in their right mind thinks that I'm wrong, by all means, comment down below, let me know what you think, and then we'll have a nice conversation about it. Because unlike a lot of other people who say controversial things, I'm open to discussion. And guess what? Everything I've said isn't wrong because it has credible, verified sources. Stephen, take note of what I've just said. We'll see you for the next one. This next video, though, it might be about our good friend Nigel. In the meantime, take care of each other, look out for each other. United we stand, hate will not prevail. Good day, you wonderful people.
Andreas, giving his little message there, you know. So,
shout out to him, whoever that is. Pick up yourself, I talk your shit.
And still, I don't know about there has been some major attacks. I don't know if there's been one every year since 2009. But that's actually the truth. But there has been major attacks. But there hasn't been like one every year. Yeah. So, oh, anyway, man, let's get to the fucking main course in it, yeah?
Okay, Danny West, at the risk of getting called stupid or something, my microphone's not plugged in, so I'm not sure where it is actually on the laptop, so I'm just going to move around a little bit, but I'm just going to highlight here that each and every fucking morning, look how angry you are versus how angry we are. This is, come on, mate. Every day of your life, literally, or every minute, just every minute that you're awake, you're so angry. Just doesn't look, shut up, pedo. Here we go. No content of my now. I've had a lot of content that you lot have. Right, let's not get into it again. Let's just watch the block and we'll get on with our day, darling. It's all coming out, dickhead. You're not angry, you love life. Okay, right. I hope you've got a lot of good books to take with you where you're going and that you really enjoy them. Rereading them again and again and again.
These man always bothering about their two-tier policing bollocks. Yeah, all this fucking.
That's all the talk of the weekend, I guess. Yeah. God.
But I'm not even sure still, man. But just in general.
Jump on when it's nice and quiet. Come on, Sarah.
Yeah, in general, yeah. Even the right-wing mainstream media people are talking about this two-tier policing, yeah. But they just say two-tier policing. They don't provide no reports, no studies, or nothing that correlates with there being any sort of two-tier policing or anything that could be leading towards that, right? So that's why, obviously, claims without evidence are dismissed without evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah.
Wait, where's Afghan? Are you in the gym, Afghan?
Right.
Yeah, I'm on the leg pressing. It's quite a dangerous position.
All right.
Tonight, we're joined by two influential voices who are deeply involved in addressing the recent riots across the UK. We've got Leona Vaughan, a dedicated educator and advocate for social justice, who brings a sharp analysis of the systematic issues that have contributed to the current situation. And we're hoping to hear insights into the intersections of education, race and justice will be invaluable as we explore the wider implications of these events. And we also have Chantel Lunt, a powerful activist and the founder of the Merseyside BLM Alliance. Now, Chantel has been at the forefront, not just in responding to these riots and other protests, but in tackling the root cause of racial and social inequalities. Now, her perspective on how these events have been portrayed in the media, as well as the underlying issues, will be crucial as we seek to understand and address the unrest. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I want to start with you, Leona. How are you feeling?
Oh my goodness, that's a really difficult question to answer. But I would say, I was in London the weekend before everything happened, and we got caught up with the far-right activists at Embankment Station with my daughter, and I was thinking, this is horrible. Oh my God, this feels really malevolent. I can't wait to go back to Liverpool. I come back to Liverpool, as I'm travelling back, Southport happens, and I'm feeling anxious as a mum. You remember all the times you've had to put your children in childcare, and I was devastated. But ever since then, oh my God, as a black woman, as a woman of mixed heritage with Muslim family, it has been the most intense rollercoaster of emotions. Angry, sad, fearful for myself, my kids, my family, my community. But
just before I have my breakfast and get in the shower, let's just discuss this a little bit here. Okay, so first off, you say this. You have family, friends, and a home. 3 more things tonight, right? Let's just list again. We're going to start at the very beginning of why this is so wrong. Okay, first off, you have no identification. Not that you've given up anyway. So you have no right to address any real live person or cause any effect on their life or business. Now, do you see how you've created and caused a lot of effect? And there's a lot of you as well, you see, Danny. And are we really going to assume that all of you are too thick to understand what happens when you psychologically abuse people 24/7 and you're a large gang all around the world, and they tell you that the police are working for them, that the social services are working for, we've got this all recorded of you guys being so fucking arrogant and brazen all these years. You've literally told me that the fucking authorities work for you, hence why I told them I would just kill them if they came around to do anything for paedophiles, because that's against the law. Okay, whether they've got a uniform on or not, I couldn't give a flying fuck. They'll still get killed if they come in and try to do anything for paedophiles. That will just happen. So far so good. I've not been taken away for any of these people that you've been threatening on me for all of these years. Now, what you've done in the meantime as well is try to abuse me to the point of actually killing myself, because that would be more convenient, wouldn't it? I'm not crying and I'm not blah blah blah. I'm just spelling out the fundamental fuck ups you've made that's got you into so much trouble, and that being here every minute of my life still this many years later is not going to help your case. Okay, whether it goes in the court with a C, court with a K, or just public opinion, which is pretty much what our court is really. Go right. Do you see how you're here all the time? It implies very strongly that you really do give a fuck, the same way that Lyndon Warden and Brian did for so many years before. Well, he came back a little bit yesterday. A lot of people do. Clyde Stanhope, all the way from America. He's just there breathing on anything I do. All the way over here, isn't he? There's lots of you, isn't there? Have you seen my wall? The police have seen my wall. Yeah, a lot of people have seen my wall now. Okay, a lot of people know about my wall now. My wall and my iCloud, remember, is already all around the world. Okay, and you know, the same way that a hell of a lot of people in YouTube are too scared to speak up, and loads, thousands and thousands and thousands of people did in fact see all of the Hampstead stuff, but look what happened to us. Now, I'm assuming loads and loads of people couldn't hack this for 10 fucking years, but they probably still know that it happened, right? So we're at that cusp now, aren't we, where you lot have completely fucked up, given us loads of evidence, run out of stamina, fucked each other up more than you could even imagine, more than we could have ever wished for, actually. There's so many things that you could have done better. It's going to be well funny to review how much you fucked this operation up afterwards, but we're not going to say anything yet, obviously, because we still need to finish. But you really fucked it up, like that bad. And if it's that well, it's going to be really obvious to all the people that were just waiting for this to come out properly. All right, and now you're all complicit in not only covering up Hampstead, but leading up to everything that's now gone on in Israel and COVID, because it's all connected, isn't it, you daft cunts? And I've been pointing this out ever since I was warning you to not go and get the fucking jabs in the first place, simply because none of it made sense. Not scientifically, nothing. No procedures made sense, nothing. I called it all out, every single fucking thing, from science to law to everyone's liable. This is what I do, accountability. I find out who's responsible for making fucking decisions. Let them know that if it goes wrong, they're going to be liable. See, I did this. This is how we're supposed to work, right? Give notice for your actions. That's how you operate honorably, right? So you give people where you can. Not that it's always legally required, but it's just an honorable thing to do. Remember this whole English duty of care thing that we've got going on in the law. We're supposed to just be looking out for each other, because believe it or not, we're all going to get old and die. And usually, some point leading up to that, you need someone to wipe your ass or something. Okay? So you want to think about what's going to happen when you're old and dying. Do you want to be on your own, pretending that loads of people on the internet love you, really? Nobody gives a fuck. They're shitting themselves about when they die, because they know they're going to go through that same fucking pain on their own, and that they can't do fuck all about what their kids are going to see once you're gone. That's the reality of the fucking situation. That's why you're all addicted to me, because you know I've got your asses in my iCloud. I suggest you repent and do something about it while you've still got breath.
Also hopeful, I think, in terms of, solidarity, but then feeling anxious and thinking, well, this solidarity needs to be consistent and needs to stay, happening.
Yeah, Chantal.
So a little bit similar to you, Leona. I was away in Cornwall. I'd literally left a few hours before everything that happened in Southport happened. And the first I heard of it was a text from a journalist asking what I thought and if I could come on, to which I was trying to find out, and then was just horrified by what had happened. Similar to you, was going through all of that, safeguarding for with the community and the families. And so I just kind of was in a space of shock about what happened. And because I was in Cornwall, I didn't have quick access to information because the signal was just awful where I was. So the next day, there was like a full 24 hours between, and the next day I just couldn't fathom how we'd gone from this horrific incident, and the last update I'd seen was UK system and this real myth busting around the misinformation that was being spread. How we'd gone from that to essentially communities with black and brown people in the Muslim community being targeted, and I'd gone from trying to explain to me children that this awful thing had happened, thinking now I've got to tell them that we need to stay safe because of this awful thing, even though obviously our communities had nothing to do with that. It was, and then so I didn't come back until the following Monday, quite late on. It was like I was coming back. I felt like I was coming back to a different city, to a different region that I didn't know, and I just couldn't believe that there was this level of hate. Not only seeing one instance, but just seeing instance after instance up and down the country. It was shocking, and just put us in such a place of fear. And then obviously I've been on the show earlier talking to Claire to have something actually happen to my son and to be targeted by the far right and have criminal damage inflicted on my car. It's just been horrendous. It's just been like living a nightmare for the past.
Now, if you just joined us, I'm joined by Leona Vaughan, who is an educating advocate for social justice, counter-terrorism, all of that. And then we also have Chantal on too, is an activist.
I didn't even actually get onto my point. I just realised I was going to go on to the next comment. That was literally what I was going to address. There's just so much to say to you. Now, imagine again, there's so many of you that never ever let me speak and that fucked me over, right, 24/7. Now, can you imagine how many sins or crimes have clocked up over these years? And you're sitting here accusing me of craving your fucking attention, Mr. Anonymous stalker that stalked me for how many years now? You said before 2018. It's 2024 now. But I crave your attention, the fucking idiot on the internet I didn't know existed. You are crazy. You are obviously unwell. But the thing is, there's lots of you trying to convince yourselves of this as well. Fucking Empress again yesterday calling me her stalker, the dumb cunt that I shouldn't even know exists. Are you people serious? Moon, Jupiter, I've stalked and harassed all of you dickheads, have I? By doing what? Preserving my truth. If you fucked my truth up along the way, that's your sin, not mine. My truth is my existence, my life, my work, my investment, my time, my energy, all of it. This should have been applied just to my fucking children. If you go and look at the fucking evidence, I was trying to protect my children. The internet came into that because that's how we spread information at that point. Do you remember? That doesn't warrant a fucking army of gamer cunts destroying your life and in the process fucking up the world and their own children who are going to spit on your graves with me unless you repent.
Just joined us, I'm joined by Leona Vaughan, who is an educating advocate for social justice, counter-terrorism, all of that. And then we also have Chantal too, is an activist and founder of the Midside BLM Alliance. Now, before we went into a break, we were talking about, was this predictable? Talking about prevent in schools, what should we be doing, like even as a society. And you're also interested, like you both mentioned, we don't really talk about migration. We don't really talk about immigration. Now, I didn't know until later on in my 20s that my great-granddad fought in World War II, from the age of 14. Now, history tells you that he took young boys at the age of 16, 18. He could fight 16. He took African young boys from such an early age that it's not even in the, there's no documents. So when my granddad went back, great-granddad went back to Nigeria, he came with just uniform, his cutlery and boots that he was given, no badge, nothing else to say. He fought for the British. And the funny thing is, my mum was born here, 1957. I wasn't. I came at 3, and my son was born here. But when I remember talking in school and saying, we didn't come here as slaves because the history books never said that. Yeah. But that actually, I think when we talk about slavery, that actually gave a lot of young people, especially young white people who didn't really mix with black people in the area, a kind of a weapon, a tool. To kind of say, well, you were slaves, you're beneath us, and that's the kind of rhetoric that's carried on in some communities. So it's really sad. But one of the things that I was talking about before we went into a break was this kind of two-tier policing system that everyone keeps on talking about. Because so many people that got interviewed kept on saying, oh, they get policed differently. What's your opinion on that, Leona?
Okay, so we hear that a lot by the quote-unquote protesters, and I think there is a two-tier system. It's just that they're not the people who are disadvantaged by it, particularly when we look at the criminal justice system overall. So
I suppose they're still yeah, that's right. Yeah,
no lies were freaking told. When I say it's a problem, but now they hear it for themselves.
It's a two-tier system, yeah. Politicians have been mistreated by the system, but it's not the people that are talking about two-tier pollution, yeah. Because the stats don't show that. When they go through the facts of, what's funny as well, enough of these people, they're going to talk about, they're going to go, we don't believe government figures. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's going to be the next one they're going to say. We don't believe government figures. Yeah, it's like, bro, you're just a conspiracy theorist saying that. But still, these men are going to tell us about two-tier policing while telling us there's no such thing as institutional racism. Yeah. In any of the fields that have been measured and proven to be right. This is bad.
Well, this is the debate, what conversation I was having with Danny Rostow when he came up here the other day, and this was our main point about this two-tier. So I had to drill it home to him what actual two-tier is, especially as a black woman. And I told him, when you get some black men, because none of them black brothers were up here, innit? It was just me and him. So I was like, when you get some black men, they're going to give you their version of what, because I can't speak for a black man, obviously I'm a black woman. I said, when you speak to the black brothers, they're going to drill it home for you what is real two-tier. Yeah? But you people screaming about two-tier now, I told him straight, no indigenous white person can ever talk to me about two-tier. We've been living two-tier all our lives. So what's this? What's this two-tier nothing? This is crazy. But yeah.
It's been at least 10 reports in over the stretch of, I think, about 25 years, from 97 till 2023. That all say basically the same thing, like institutional racism is present and it needs to be wiped out. But it's like, another 5 years is going to go on, they're going to do another report and it's going to say the same thing. Yeah. But these men are the ones that's barring about two-tier policing and being mistreated. Yeah. But now, hold on a second, you know what's bad, yeah? Because at the time of the BLM protest, yeah, where we're barring about two-tier policing and how we're mistreated by this, that, and the other, the same people that's going to tell you about two-tier policing today, yeah, we're telling you what the fuck you're talking about. You're talking shit. You don't believe it. You're lying. Even if the biggest facts and shit pointed out by their own their beliefs in my hands. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, yeah. Ask any one of the man that's had a court case or whatever. If they've been allowed, if they've been arrested the day before the court case, have been allowed to receive punishment bail. Even though the police don't get back to the man. I don't know when they're going to come back.
Children all dressed in red.
What it really is, is that people want to receive special. They don't want to be treated equally by the they want to receive special. They want to receive even more or higher level. Who studies that debate? When they make a comparison, obviously that makes a comparison, right? Or like black people. Things have been black people 7, 8 times more like 7, 8, 9, 20 times more like 10 times more like how can all them being calculated and that is much more like 3 times all these different sectors, education, health, housing, police, and general employment. How can the figures keep showing that there's black people more likely to be mistreated at the hands of whichever one of those 5 sectors you want, and these men still want to tell you about their place. It's crazy.
Children wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Those children all dressed in blue. Must be the ones that made it true. Wade in the water. Children wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Come on and wade in the water. Wade in the water. Children wade in the water.
That's it. Yeah, man. Anyway, the video reminded me of the there's a lot that you already know.
I was trying to find out and then just horrified by what happened. Similar to with the war, safeguarding for support the community and family. And so I just tried to do a big shock what happened. And because I was informal, I didn't have quick access to information because the signal was just awful where I was. So the next day, it was like 4 hours between. And the next day, I just couldn't fathom how we've gone from this horrific incident. And, you know, the last update that's in was, you know, UK system and there's real mistrust around it and information being spread. How we've gone from that to essentially communities with black and brown people in the Muslim community being targeted. And I'd gone from trying to explain to me children that this awful thing that's happened, thinking now that we tell them that we need to stay safe because of this awful thing, even though obviously our community had nothing to do with that. It was, and then so I didn't come back until the following Monday, quite late on. It was like I was coming back. I felt like I was coming back to a different city, to a different region. I didn't know, and I just couldn't believe that there was this level of hate. You know, not only seeing one incident, but just seeing instance after instance up and down the country. It was shocking, and just put us in such a place of fear. And then obviously I've been on the show earlier talking to Claire to have something actually happen to my son and to be targeted by the far right and after no damage inflicted on my car it's just been horrendous. It's just been like living a nightmare for the past. Now if you just joined us, I'm joined by Leona Vaughan, who is an educator and advocate for social justice, counter-terrorism, all of that. And then we also have Chantal Long, who is an activist. Now if you just joined us, I'm joined by Leona Vaughan, who is an educator and advocate for social justice. Now before we went into a break, we were talking about, you know, was this predictable, talking about preventing schools, what should we do, like even as a society. And you're also interested, like you both mentioned, we don't really talk about migration, we don't really talk about immigration. Now I didn't know until later on in my 20s that my great granddad fought in World War II. You know, from the age of 14. Now history tells you that he took young boys at the age of 6. Is it 18? They could fight 16. They took African, Asian, and young boys from such early.
You're 14. Yo, so when you gotta think about one of the 14-year-olds today, yeah, imagine if they sent one of them out on the field, that would be mad. So maybe they might not have been on the front line, yeah. They might have been doing other duties and this, that, and the other. But it took them though, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, man, you know it's no good, man.
Age that it's not even in the there's no documents. So when my granddad went back, great granddad went back to Nigeria, he came with just uniform, his cutlery and boots that he was given, no badge, nothing else to say he fought for the British. And the funny thing is, my mum was born here, 1957. I wasn't. I came in at 3, and my son was born here. You know, but when actually, if we, you know, I remember talking to school and saying we didn't come here as slaves because the history books never said that. But that actually, I think when we talk about slavery, that actually gave a lot of young people, especially young white people who didn't really mix with black people in the area, a kind of a weapon, a tool to kind of say, well, you were slaves, you're beneath us, and that's the kind of rhetoric that's carried on in some communities.
How do you feel about that? You feel like at the time learning about, so obviously that's not the only black history, right? But it's peddled in school as the main part of black history, right? And then on the other side of it, there has been people that have used it as a tool to try to insult others. Or we can say it, man.
Of course, we hear about it on these panels when we get called slave babies. Like, what more evidence do we need? Come on.
So, yeah. But anyway, man, come on. Yeah.
We, you know, so it's really sad. But one of the things that I was talking about before we went on to break was this kind of two-tier policing system that everyone keeps on talking about. Because so many people that I interviewed kept on saying, what's your opinion?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, man. So we're back to where we're supposed to be, right? Yeah, man. So two-tier policing. Yeah. It's fucking two-tier policing. Yeah, like the lady's going to say, yeah. But not in the way that these men are barling about, yeah? The fact is, yeah, the man that's talking about two-tier policing today, yeah, are the man that was protesting against the people that were speaking about two-tier policing about 3-4 years ago. So, that's wild. Yeah, it's wild that it's mad at that mad. You hear me? So they're mad at that mad. Anyway, man. You know the slogan, man.
You know that, Leona.
Okay, so, you know, we hear that a lot by the quote-unquote protesters. And, you know, I think there is a two-tier system. It's just that they're not the people who are disadvantaged by it, particularly when we look at the criminal justice system overall. So racism in them is absolutely clear. Had report after report, you know, we have a land report, we've had the race and ethnic disparities report. You know, there's been so much evidence. I mean, if I just even spell it out, then that's what needs to be done. You know, black and Asian people are only 16% of the population, but they're 37% of all stops and searches. Black and Asian men were twice as likely to be for breaching COVID lockdowns than other group. Black people are 18 times more likely to be stopped and searched under Section 6, more likely to have force used against them. And in relation to protest.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, why is more force being used against us? Why is there more police used? And you know why that is? Because it's been inherently inbred in everybody that we are the aggressors, we are the dominating, we are the they tend to use the same way when black women go into hospitals and give birth to black children, they're getting less pain relief because statistics has proven that these doctors and nurses and whoever believe that black women can hold more flipping pain than anybody else. Now, where did they get these ideas from? These are things that have been handed down over generations. It's so deep ingrained.
Yeah, man. Shit, my bad. My phone was ringing. Who that? Can you hear my phone ringing? You know when it's ringing? Can you hear it ringing?
We did hear it that time, yeah. Yeah, that's what they're saying. When they're saying that, when they're saying basically, was it Abra? Yeah, they're saying that typically when they've done their surveys, yeah, when they did their little things, they found that black women, what's the reports called? The health reports, whatever it is, that black women are less likely to receive any form of like pain relief while giving birth because apparently
7 times more likely to die.
Yeah, because they believe, I'm proving this by science, but they believe that black women can withhold more pain than white women. So this is what I mean. When there's two tiers, we say we've been going through 2 tiers all our life. It ain't no joke. There's so many examples we can bring up. Black men are more likely to be stopped and searched, not because they might be doing something definitely that's suspicious, or because, I don't know, it's perceived that they might be up to something. They're perceived as thugs, they're perceived as up to no good. So they're more than likely, whether they get a conviction after it or get sentenced for anything, it's a different thing. But the stop and searches are statistically more likely to be black men. But why is that? No one looks into why is that seen as black men are going to be up to something or doing something. Why can't they just be black men like every other men on the road, just minding their business and doing their thing? That is what I mean about it's deeply ingrained, but nobody recognises it.
All right, anyway, man. Yeah.
And marches, the Nepal report actually showed that 2020 Black Lives Matter protests had excessive force used by the police compared to any other protests in that period. And
Yo, so this myth about the Black Lives Matter protests weren't heavily protested as the fucking racist Farage riots that's going on today. Like, what? Shut up, man. That's crazy. That's why we gotta say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Yeah, we don't care about your stupid feelings, cuz, man. Yeah. Obviously, you just trying to prove your stupid point about flipping your false two-tier policing about no numbers. So you can say what you want, cuz, man, but provide some numbers about this two-tier policing. Yeah. Yo, we got studies going back to, why do you think there was even a Race Relations Act even opened up in the first place in the 60s? Huh? Man, shut up, man. Get out of here, man. Two-tier my ass. You hear me? Yeah, man. 2 tiers in the bucket. Fuck it. Let's take it to the stage. You hear me? Oh, man. Yeah, man. So anyway, man. Yeah, you know the slogan, fam, dude. Yeah.
Are saying that now. They're also saying that this is the same for pro-Palestine marches, which have been branded as hate marches by the previous governments, that actually the violence and the tactics of policing have been much more aggressive. So this is not true in the way that they're saying it. In fact, actually what they're doing is taking a fact and weaponizing it for their own purposes. And when it comes to children, I mean, some of the most shocking statistics are around the criminal justice system and children. 51% of children in prison are Black, Asian and minority ethnic. Gypsy, Roma and traveller kids, who are only 0.1% of the population, are actually 13% of the prison population.
Wow.
So it absolutely is a two-tier criminal justice system, and they are not the victims.
Yeah. Wow. Chantal?
I agree. And the thing that's quite frustrating is that we've been talking about the two-tier criminal justice system. We have the Casey report, we have all the reports that Leon has mentioned, and we have the statistics to back us up. Like the fact that the Met were only authorised to use baton rounds at Black-led events such as Notting Hill. Taser use is 8 times higher for Black and brown people in 2019 and 2020. And Black people are more likely to die when the police have used restraints to 7 times.
Yeah, so shut up, man. Numbers don't lie, innit, man? Get out of here with your two-tier bullshit, man. Tell us. Man, these times here, at the time when we're trying to tell you, yo, this two-tier thing's real, you know. And they getting blah, 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 yeah? You men are fighting against us. And now you want to try and tell us about two-tier, but yo, shut up, man. Fuck out of it. Two-tier. These times, nah, man. No. It cost. Yeah, just it. Yeah.
Times more likely to die. We have all the statistics that see a policing back then. We've spoken about this, and for organisations and people to then take our language, the language of our oppression, in the same way that you hear of people now calling themselves Indigenous, they're taking the language of oppressed groups.
I like the cheek. Like, yo, that's why it's so. That's why I'm like, nah. What do you mean two-tier policing? You're cheeky about you getting oppressed now, huh? You're right. Yeah, that's mad. Oh my days, I can't believe it, cuz. Nah, I can't believe it, man. Yeah, two-tier my ass. You hear me? What do you mean? Trust me, yo. These times here, yeah. Half of the people that's barning about two-tier, yeah, we're helping stamp on, man. While we was receiving the two-tier. You mean, you man are crazy, cuz. Trust me, you man are drunk. Hey, you know what it is, yeah? I think where them man want everyone to forget what happened last week, yeah, and then just concentrate on what happened this week. feel like we forgot, cause like, yo, literally, you've got a historic timeline to show that, yo.
We are the star killing envy that falls from your
And then with no evidence of oppression. If we look at this show, the latest rounds of riots in 2011, Hayden got 6 months for stealing old water. And just now, a young man, a white young man, has got 2 months in prison for causing criminal damage to 2.
Excuse. So, my bro.
like heaven's sun, when it comes to the undone. Like heaven's sun, like the moon and the way it comes. You're not defined by all that they preach to you.
Seems a signal right, man. Robbie drove.
You can't buy back your soul that they keep from you, and that you hold out, begging for more, more, more. They bring you down. They bring you down, lie. They bring you down so you like heaven's sun, when it comes and be undone. Like heaven's sun, like the moon and the way it comes. As we're free from this heart, this feeling now, that's taking me home. Like heaven's sun, like the moon and the way it comes. Like heaven's sun, like the moon and the way it comes. Like heaven's sun, when it comes to be undone. As we're free from this heart, this feeling now, that's taking me home. Like heaven's sun, take me home, take me home. Like heaven's sun.
Hayden got 6 months in prison for stealing old water. And just now, a young man, a white young man, has got 2 months in prison for causing criminal damage to 2 police.
Excuse me. So, my bottle of water is broke.
Seems a signal right, man. Robbie drove on the channel. Are you there, Lily?
Shoot, I'm back. Sorry, what happened? Oh, you dropped off?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, what bad. What happened? Welcome back, bro.
But like I say, man, like this team police that these men are fighting about, you know, they ain't even got no statistics to back it up on us. Like you just got that literally those 2 that means that it's 2 police for everything. Yeah. When the studies are actually carried out, it don't show that. Yeah, it does not show that. You know what I'm saying? That. Hello? What? Anyway, man. Hey. Oh, I said, I didn't want to get back to where it was.
Tonight, we're joined by two influential.
30% of the prison population. Wow. So it absolutely is a two-tier criminal justice system, and they are not the victims.
Yeah. Wow. Chantal?
I agree, and the thing that's quite frustrating is that we've been talking about the two-tier criminal justice system. We have the case report, we have all the reports that Leona's mentioned, and we have the statistics that back us up, like the fact that the Met were only authorised to use baton rounds at black-led events such as Notting Hill. Taser use is eight times higher for black and brown people in 2019 and 2020, and black people are more likely to die within the police abuse restraints, 7 times more likely to die. We have all the statistics to show that we're more likely to be over-policed and under-protected, and we've spoke, as you know, black communities and communities of colour about two-tier policing for decades, you know, back to the 80s, back to the 70s, we've spoken about this. And for organisations and these people to then take our language, the language of our oppression, in the same way that you hear of people now calling themselves indigenous, taking the language of oppressed groups and then applying it to themselves where there's no evidence of oppression. Even if you look at this, you know, the latest rounds of riots. In 2011, a young person got 6 months in prison, a black young man, for stealing a bottle of water. And just now, a white young man, has got 2 months in prison for causing criminal damage to 2 police vehicles. They are very different offences. So even, you know, although the convictions are coming really quickly, you can see, if you're watching 2011, you can see that there's a lot like a sort of 3-day conviction. I was speaking to you about that earlier, Leona. You know, this isn't much of a deterrent. So yeah, no, I don't think any of us are going to sit here and deny it.
That's right, yeah. Someone in the riot's got convicted for 3 days. Oh my days. You might as well just let my man go home in 3 days. What the fuck? 3 days, you know. That shit still, yo. Okay.
Two-tier policing exists, but it exists against our communities, and we have every statistic and every bit of evidence, anecdotal or otherwise, to back that up.
Thank you, ladies. You know what? This is what I love about this show, is when you have two very educated and experienced black women who have facts and are aligned with facts. I think we need to have more of these conversations because there's so much myth busting that needs to be done to break down so much of what's going on. Yeah, I get there's so many angry people out there, but they're angry because of lack of...
Lady D. Say the black faces are spitting facts, guys.
Black faces are sitting there. I heard it, you know, I heard it on Ghost's ticket. I did pop into Ghost's ticket. I heard him play the black. I didn't even know that was all said. But yeah, me and my black face is sitting right here. The same way you have the black faces in your yard. I hope you remind them every day, lady, you old bin, that they're black faces too. Yeah. In fact, you married the definition of a black face. How do you feel? Imagine that.
Standing, lack of facts and figures, and people just, you know, just looking on social media and pulling figures from the sky.
But the problem is, though, you can only debunk myths when you stop being in denial.
Yeah.
And when government is in denial, when society is in denial about structural racism, you're not going to get anywhere, because where are they going to get those myths debunked? No one's doing the work. And I think that that's the other part of the problem, is that we do the work. Mm-hmm. Black people are doing the work to debunk it, but actually we need institutions to really step up and do that work for themselves.
That's so true. Now, final question, because we could talk all night.
Yeah, that's a fucking Snapple fact. How you mean? Yeah, trust me. The institutions. It's how many times are the report gonna say the same shit? Like every time there's a report, I'm saying the same shit, clipping through the same different bits and pieces, and blah 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 blah. But then nothing's done. So again, this two-tier thing is actually real. Yeah, you man are just talking about this two-tier shit. Yeah, we're actually living this shit in real life, like real time. Yeah, whether it affects me personally, daily or not. You get me? Like. So you just telling us about all this bullshit about two-tier police. I can't believe it. These man were mad, you know. Trying to tell us about two-tier police? Huh? No way.
Just for the record, I have to point out the blatantly obvious fact here that Veli's been quite the fucking hypocrite, because he's actually benefiting from the same inconsistencies that create any kind of two-tier anything. He's taking perks for his popularity contest. It's just the same shit. But he's going to sit here and complain on somebody else's behalf because he shares a skin colour but not an actual life circumstance due to the law or what's right or moral. Because he's lacking that. He just wants to sit here and be popular for crying about what other black people have suffered. Fucking loser.
You better think of a new excuse. You gotta think of something new, cuz, because two-tier policing ain't working, cuz. Like the facts and figures are showing that it's definitely not you guys. Yeah, receiving two-tier policing, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, man. Yeah, you know the slogan, man. Yeah, get comfortable, family. Yeah.
What can we do? How do we work together? How do we support each other? And that's not, you know, the black community, the Asian community, it's all of us, because there's a lot of hate people out there, you know, and we need, there's always strength in unity, you know, but how do we talk to each other? How do we work together? What do we do? What's next?
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
I think that, where I've seen hope is in people, is in communities that have built themselves up, communities that have organised themselves. My family from Edge Hill, I was so proud of the community that shows out on Wednesday to say, no, we are not having this. This does not reflect us. We do not accept it. And I think there needs to be more of that. And I think that actually what has happened, it forced people to have these conversations. People didn't want to talk about racism. People didn't want to talk about whiteness. They didn't want to talk about Britishness. They didn't want to talk about these things. And that's the problem, is that actually, without talking about those, everybody was...
Hey, listen, yeah. You gotta give Nani for the credit on this one, Carl. Every time these conversations come up, yeah, Nanifa says, yes, but the British public or the people in charge are not willing to have that awkward conversation that needs to be had. So, like, literally every time, innit? So, you see a lot of these points a lot of these points that we always talk about or whatever, but because they don't hear other people speak the same sort of way or whatever, it's like, it's just them, innit? But
yeah, it's just those blacks. Those blacks don't speak for all blacks. Those guys can't speak for all black. Yes, we fucking can, and I'm not going to stop telling you. Yes, we can, because if you opened up your ears and looked around you, you would see that the same.
See, bro, he's gonna say the same shit
said by very different kinds of black people. So yes, the hell we can speak for all black people, and we are from that thing. We are definitely from
and
that.
And like I keep saying as well, yeah, is that you can say it's like maybe a bit of bullshit if just one person is saying this shit or whatever, but then when it's different people that don't know each other but around the country in different places, I have a multicultural. That are saying the exact same sort of scenarios and blah blah blah, then come on, man, you can't say that. You get me?
We're not all from the same countries. We're not all from the same kinds of households. We're not all from the same cultures. But what I think we do have in complete order is how we feel we are being treated. So you can't tell us we can't speak for all black. Yes, the hell we can. Yes, and you can look around the world, look around England, look all over the place. We all have the same.
Hey, lady, it's not that you're speaking for all black people. Yeah? It's that you're explaining the scenario that you feel is happening, and another black person that's nothing to do with you is explaining the exact same scenario that is happening to them as well. So it's not that you're speaking for all black people. It's that a lot of black people are saying the same thing. Yeah. So don't need to speak for all black people. A lot of black people are saying the exact same thing up and down the country. Different parts that haven't even spoken to each other once. I haven't got time to make up their stories or so. So it's like, right. And you know what the worst thing is here? The evidence goes with what the people were saying. Yeah. So You can say, "I problem, I problem." Yeah. But like,
So the same thing we're saying. Now, what's your argument? Talk to us. What's
you know
your
what it is, yeah?
argument?
The main thing is, yeah, men lie, women lie, numbers don't in it. So yes, we can all say the same things happening here, but then when they do the study and find out, you know what, actually this is actually happening, yeah, then you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where the facts and the feelings. You know what I mean? I had that little fact and feeling wedding, you know what I mean? So anyway, man, yeah, I've got a little bit left still, man. I'm gonna have to fly off in a sec still, but really.
Tiptoeing around or actually quietly fermenting in racism.
Yeah.
So now we've got people who are willing to have those conversations. It needs to be, well, like I said before, you know, my fear is that it's not consistent. People don't continue. That's where people need to do the work. They need to be consistent. They need to continue. And Gunnar, I'm not interested in conversations about allies. Allies, to be an ally suggests that, like, you know, you're following to help out. You know, it's like, no, actually, I don't need an ally. I need you to do the work with your communities, with your people. Of course, I will assist you, but don't pretend that actually it's my job and you're helping me out. It's actually not.
Thank you. I think that's really powerful. And I think people need to be aware of how drained communities of colour are, because we did this in 2020 and everyone should have been listening in 2020. So I don't think we're going to go back to this space of trying to show people the problem, because we can all see the problem. You know, we can't deny the problem. And just to talk about, you know, obviously what's happened to us recently, the bit that's given me hope is, and I think this is where our hope lies, in community, because in the past 24 hours, people have reached out to literally offer us their homes, their cars. People have sent us, you know, just vouchers and said, don't cook tonight. People have offered us therapy, and the community has really literally reached out with, like, I didn't even know what to do. And people were like, this is what we can do. And I think that's where these solutions lie. But I think what we need to remember is the rallies are brilliant. I love the rallies and I loved Wednesday and I love being there and seeing.
Wait, hold on. You got an issue with BBC having a black section? BBC's got an Asian section as well, you know.
CD, you already started your pagan chess moves.
Leave funny, like, leave funny stuff.
And Andy's it all Mondays.
Listen, you know what it is, yeah. It's when you can't attack the facts in it, yeah. They can't have that.
Everyone there from every different community. The work starts when we get home. The work starts in the community. And again, white communities, and I know this because when, you know, I do speak to the people who are on the other side. I do go over and speak to them and try and understand. We're not in hostile, we have conversations, but I always notice that, you know, my partner's white. They're very willing to listen to his perspective. And so there's a big role for white communities to be having these conversations in their communities, to be having those uncomfortable conversations, because every one of us is uncomfortable right now. And the only way...
Yeah, that's right, guys. So we need Babs, Wendy and Chuka to go out into their communities, yeah, and start preaching anti-racist rhetoric. ASAP. Yeah, cheers. Ready, bro.
We're going to get through it is by doing that work. The conviction's part of it. That's justice being seen to be done visibly is part of it. But the community is where it is at.
Thank you very much, ladies. I wish I could talk to you all night. Well, honestly, these, as you said, when the conversation needs to start.
Yeah.
And we're starting now.
Yeah.
You know,
people need to be vocal. They need to show love, show solidarity, show up.
Now, if you just joined us, I'm joined.
Yeah, so I got one there, yeah. Yeah, that's like a bit to do with Radio 4, yeah. So, and obviously, like, there's BBC Africa, innit? BBC, bro. There's the Asian radios, BBC. Yeah, this one is it, bro.
And bro, what's this madness about? Every time they jump up here, I'm hearing every time I have to hear BLM. Like, what's this comparison business that's going on? That's another thing, because they remember when they're you talking about this two-tier business, they like to do the comparing of BLM. Where are they getting that from?
Who are these 20?
And especially every single
Millie
Cowell people was involved in BLM.
Yes.
And that whole, I
So
mean,
how do you know she's one of the 20 special children?
Because I know, because she comes and they do sex to her, mostly.
Who's they?
The teachers, the parents, the staff.
Every single teacher or specific teachers?
No, every single. The whole school does it. The whole school, and we got our own church too. So because they do that, because after as I said, we kill babies, we drink their blood, we eat them. But then after we so the social services who are in it, they go to families or
that was involved in the BLM one. So, but there's more. Basically, there's more damage done in this one than there was in the BLM.
This is just a disgrace. Employer who raised $65,000 for a man whose car was set alight during the Middlesbrough riots will only give him $3,000. I saw this lovely uncle, I'm going to call him uncle, on the news, and even now I was like, oh, uncle, careful, you're out here giving an interview. You don't even live like in a diverse area. They're out here torching your car and you're making an honest living. He's out there looking after the elderly in this community. And I was just like, they torched his vehicle. He must have been on edge the whole week. And even given his interview, I just felt it for him. And my heart went out for him. So then when I saw there was a GoFundMe and people were raising money and all this and it was circulating, I was like, oh, God is good. Look how nice that is. And I saw that they surpassed the amount that they were trying to raise. I thought, amazing. I didn't know it was the teething employer. I thought someone in his family or somebody close to him had set it up. So to see now the employer has said they're not going to give him the full earnings, they're going to choose a charity. Please tell me what charity. What charity are you going to donate to in the UK that has been specifically troubled, targeted, and is out there trying to help people that were affected by the riots? I'll wait. We can take BLM off because the lady did teeth out the money. So what charity is this going to be? I would like to know that the money is going to actually be distributed to the right people. And do not even mention RSPCA because this ain't the time. This definitely ain't the time.
Morning, Babs. I missed you there. Sorry. How are you today?
Fury walked out to Baradan when he fought Francis Ngannou. You kind of modified, and we're showing some of it here, you modified the song for him, like it was a remix.
So Boo called us and said, listen, bro, Tyson Fury might walk out to Baradan. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And then we got a message from another well-known DJ in the UK called Majestic, and he was like, bruv, what are you saying about Baradan for Tyson? I was like, okay, sick. I said, oh, listen, what are you saying to playing it for his walkout? He said, oh, bruv, walkout was sorted out ages ago, man. The same day of it, he hit me up, he said, you know what, change of plan, can you get me a dub of it? So I called Boo, and within minutes, to give him credit, they sent back a version. Then he played it like the same evening.
I heard you dock someone on your, but it was in your own name though, yeah? You want to be careful
Yeah,
of
I
that.
have docked someone. I've docked someone that I've warned time and time and time again to leave me alone. Leave me alone. And he can't keep my name out of his stinking, rotten mouth. You're a liar! So that's
Yeah,
why
but I'm just saying to you though, yeah? I would advise you not to put anyone else's address up.
So, yeah, deal with that, you cunt.
Better done.
Are you fucking kidding me? What a load of bollocks. You're a liar! That's bullshit!
Bad from me.
I am a devil! Are you fucking
Yaga, they not even like Spraga. One like a we and motherfucker brother. One like a girl like Shovel. Lord, I'm like a girl again.
Are you fucking
Yaga, they not even like Spraga. Sounding clear, yeah? Alright. Check.
So, yeah, deal with that, you cunt.
Better done.
Are you fucking kidding me? What a load of bollocks. You're a liar! That's bullshit!
Bad from me.
I am a devil! Are you fucking
Anyway, what do you think of that tune, Babs?
Do you like it?
I love it, Taffy. Oh my god, do you know what I've done? I've actually recorded it and I'm going to be able to listen to it every day. See?
Big cheek and very dishonest and deceitful that everybody, especially in times, we're still in cost of living times. People's money is so hard earned and people are really change watching. And if they genuinely donated to this gentleman, no one else, if they wanted to give to another charity, they would have. Everybody knows the internet is there. They would have found another charity to give it to. They didn't. They gave it to this lovely, hard-working man. One, because of the line of work he's in, he's selfless. Even the interview, my heart went out to him. He was a lovely man. To think that somebody has used this to exploit the money of people in these times where people's money and it's, everybody's change watching, so they're going to choose a different charity to give it to. They better run all his money and they better run it now because we ain't playing. This is an absolute disgrace.
Do you really think that normal people aren't going to be able, it's not even a case of putting two and two together. This is my space here, okay, which you've violated my entire life on and offline, my head, for fucking years and years and years on end. Still at this point, all these men that I shouldn't know are here telling me how shit I am, lying about my children, saying the most disgusting things directly to me in my space, and you want the rest of the world to side with you over this. Because Babs' comment I've just got to, because I don't sit here watching everything that happens. I've just put Babs, and this is your response. This is the anger and the venom that's in you people 24/7 from wherever you are in the world. You come to me, you have done for years, that's all you've done. Or you trace me wherever I am and you fuck that up. Or you go one step ahead and you sabotage that first. Name a lie, silly. Everything's coming out, you dumb fuck. I've recorded it all. You are so fucked. So fucked. I would suggest you repent, but I don't even know, like, what the fuck you... Yeah, I repent, I suggest, but like, how fucked in the head are you to think that anybody on this planet is going to look at this situation and think that one woman who tried to protect her children was already working with an orphanage in fucking Uganda, that woman's the most evil fucking woman on the planet and has deserved this day in, day out for my whole fucking life since I knew you lot existed. You can't even spell. You're here 24/7 no matter what I do. Calling me a nonce and a pedo when you're all nonces and pedos. That's the reality. And I've called you out on it because there's so many of you. It's fucking obvious, and it is going to be obvious to everybody based on the fucking evidence. There's nothing on this planet that you fucking idiots can say to anyone to make this make sense.
When I want Instagram, so I kiss out my teeth and say, see how wicked and evil people are. Even in a moment of light and joy, I thought, finally, you know what? A little bit of joy this week. There's still some nasty, creating people out there that will still joy, even in a moment like this. You can't give the man his money that he earns. People get on my nerves.
That's a fact, man. Try to keep up man's go family money because even the whole bread in it, man. You try to raise money for man and then tell man how much you're giving him out of the money. Oh, whatever, yo, thief it. But lady, yeah, I'll let this one play, yeah. But hey, listen, yeah, let me tell you the story real quick. You know, oh yeah. You know, actually, I'll tell you after I come back to the shop, yeah. It's long still. But
okay.
I'm gonna let it play, yeah.
Supposed to turn up on Wednesday and again last night, and all but vanished. Chantel's first on the line and a first-time caller too, ringing in from Brentford. Good morning to you, Chantel.
Morning.
Morning. Where did the writers go then, in your opinion?
Personally, I do feel like there's been a bit of an agenda here in terms of silencing the public. I think that the majority of the public have a very valid point as far as their concerns being ignored by the government, and it seems that this government has come down extremely hard on people.
Can you demonstrate, Chantel, where you get the word majority from and back it up with any facts? Because I don't think you're right. I've never seen a majority saying that they don't like migration. In fact, all the data I've seen is it's actually a minority. 55% of Brits are welcoming, and it went up to, I think, 85% of people condemning the riot. So you're not right to call a majority, are you? It's a minority of people.
I think it's quite simplistic to look at it like that, actually.
You were the one that said it was a majority. I'm just correcting you because it isn't. It's a minority.
If you let me get to my point.
Well, I can't let you tell lies, though. You'll accept that, Chantel. I can't let you tell lies. It wasn't a majority, it's a minority. But now carry
Obviously
on.
not the majority of the population was on the streets, but it would seem that a lot of the population, if I correct myself, have voted against the direction that we're heading in.
By voting for Labour.
I think it's quite simplistic to say that it's anti-migration. I think that the concerns have been made quite clear by people if you just look beyond the veil of the media that it's a much more complex.
You're talking about a political debate. I'm talking about a bunch of neo-Nazis burning down citizens' advice bureaus and libraries, hurling abuse at people with different coloured skin.
I'm black, and I was in a Black Lives Matter protest, and I would say that a lot of the behaviours I saw in the protests, and we're calling them protests, are not that different to the behaviour that we're seeing in riots. And granted, there are some very, very extreme people that were there who behaved in ways that we can all condemn. I think it's very unfair to suggest the majority.
Sorry, Chantal.
I just want to pause it, just let you know this is Reggie's girlfriend that's called in. So Reggie, got his girl to call in and do this. So Reggie's got his girl trolling right now, so pay her no mind. Yeah, pay her no mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave on the paddle for a bit, yeah, because I need to run into this job. I want to be there for a bit, so
oh, mate, okay. All right, he wasn't jump on now because he's going to run into a job. If you're going to jump on now, yeah. But yeah, my girl's moving like Reggie, like Reggie's girlfriend's out here doing the most, yeah. So Reggie, I'm telling you right now, bro, get your gal together because you're going to hold both of your legs when I catch you. But yeah, let's go.
I'm struggling with your comparison of the Black Lives Matter demonstrations and protests were like the riots, but they weren't. There were no riots.
But the behaviours in which people are being, most strongly reprimanded for and arrested for, they're not that different. It all comes down to semantics a lot of the time. I think
Rioting is the same as protesting, is what you're kind of saying, which I don't think it is.
I'm saying that people that are protesting are being called rioters, and people that are rioting
No,
are also
I
being
think rioters are called
depending on
rioters.
the narrative of the media station that's reporting.
Well, let me be absolutely crystal clear, Chantel. Crystal clear, for no doubt. I'm talking about the rioters. Where did they go? The ones that were out last week, burning down citizen advice bureaus, hurling abuse at anybody that wasn't white, burning down libraries, assaulting police officers, assaulting police dogs, burning cars, causing millions of pounds of damage to this country, sending the criminal justice system back even further. Where were they last night?
Hopefully, if they were violent criminals, they've been dealt with by the law and arrested or have seen from the response to the government that they're not welcome on the streets and violent. And I think
So the law, for you it's the law.
You fucking go for it. That's what fucking do me. What's you got to do me? I'm just a person on the internet, pal. I mean, if you've got a maiden name, it's on you.
Father, or mother, or wife, judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back.
I never wore a ruby slipper. Fuck is a silver spoon, silver stone. Make my sister take you to and get a tomb. I should get a room with myself. Help, is that over the top? Shelf? Well, nah, I'm sexy as a speed is, strong as his feet is. They call me baby, yeah, like I'm a fetus. Jesus Christ with it, she too nice with it. I like my brandy with no ice in it. Yeah, so you can take it back to the bar if you did that. I'ma take it back to these bars, give them casualty scars. I'm going casually hard. Cause I'm not about to flex till I master it all, yeah. Damn, you got ghosts in Japan. I wanna be part of the plan.
Nah, you should make your own moves, and I'ma do what I do. I do cool.
Damn, in Japan. I wanna be part of the plan.
Nah, you should make your own moves, and I'ma do what I do. I do cool.
Damn, you got ghosts in Japan. I wanna be part of the plan.
Nah, you should make your own moves, and I'ma do what I do. I do cool. I never had a good Christmas. What is a Santa Claus? Never on nobody gift list. Can't understand it all. First chick I shared a kiss with, I took her panties off. Caught her with a skirt lifted. It pissed the granny off. All my life been a misfit. Misguided in the mischief. The truth is I only lie to my mistress. When I'm puffing a lot, you can lie with the fishes. Blim's got them biscuits. You can die in this biscuit.
Everyone has AIDS. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. AIDS, 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 AIDS. Everyone has AIDS. And so this is the end of our story. And everyone is dead from AIDS. It took from me my best friend, my only true pal, my only bright star. Well, I'm gonna march on Washington, lead the fight and charge the brigades. There's a hero inside of all of us. I'll make them see everyone has AIDS. My father, AIDS. My sister, AIDS. My uncle and my cousin and her best friend, AIDS, AIDS. The gays and the straights and the whites and the spades. Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. The Pope has got it and so do you. AIDS, 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 come on everybody, we got quilting to do. We're gonna break down these barricades. Everyone has AIDS, 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 AIDS. שמחה, אהבה, נגילה אהבה, נגילה אהבה, נגילה פני שמחה.